So it's time to launch the demo day of our 7th acceleration program. Thank you guys again for being with us. The 10 startups are ready, a little bit stressed. We have our jury in front of us. Part of the jury, we have live actors, recording actors, VCs, investors, etc., etc. They will give a note to all the startups on different topics, the team, the innovative stuff, the market, etc., etc. Tomorrow at the end of the program, we will announce the best startup of the year, the best Wally Founder startup of the year. You have to know that on the accelerator, it's not a competition, it's a journey. The startup that took part of the 10 weeks program, the objective is to learn stuff, learn how works the music industry, learn how to discuss with VCs. And just tomorrow, every year, we announced the best of the 10 accelerated startups. What can I say more? Before launching officially the demo day, we have a kind of disruptive experience with Chris Howard just right here. I will not tell you more about that, but he will introduce the demo day. The stage is yours, Chris. You can applaud him. Thanks.
Hello, I'm Chris. Nice to meet you all. May I have my screen, please? Thank you very much. Is everyone okay? You good? Jury, are you ready to pay attention? Because if you don't, lives can be lost and ruined as a result of your poor decision making. Let's get some screen. It was working 2 seconds ago. It's working now. It's just not working up there. Anyway, I can improvise. A little bit of background, because it's always nice to know who's here. For about 6 years, I was part of a team building something called The Rattle, which is based in Los Angeles and in London. And we attempted to support nearly 800 entrepreneurs, artists, hackers, weird kind of brainiac type people use the startup model to be successful as opposed to a label or a publisher or stuff like that. We founded about 50 companies out of that. It was fucking great. But we stopped at the end of last year for many different reasons. But let's see if we can get this working. Now? Damn it. Because it's important. Oh, if I can't do this, then this will be a wasted moment in time. It'll be a wasted moment in time for all of us. Let me see if it's my side. I don't think it is. As I say, this was working when we tested. We got it. Yay! Life is short, and it just got shorter. All right, so, but now, because I'm lazy, I don't do any work. What I do is I run a WhatsApp group for founders who are looking to raise money, because I've raised lots of money, 16 rounds. And if you'd like to join, please just join that QR thing. You have to be a founder. If you're not, I'm going to kick you out immediately. And I will help you raise money. I don't want anything for it, because it's fun. But I was invited here to introduce Demo Day, which is an exciting moment in time. Jeremy asked me to say something inspiring about music tech to get us all pumped up. I hope you're ready. I have something inspiring for you all. You got it. That's right. Music tech is dead. It is dead. Let's stop beating around the bush. It's rubbish. No offense. And I'm going to tell you why. And we're going to do a little bit of experiment to see if we can come to an answer in 10 minutes and how to fix it. I think it's broken for 2 reasons. Well, not just broken, it's just gone for 2 reasons. The very first thing is that the entire premise of music tech is built on a principle called mining the miners. Has anyone heard of that phrase before? My co-founder at The Rattle used to say it all the time. It would basically say that, you know, what most people in music try and do is help the artist go to the mountain and, you know, help them dig the gold. Whereas nearly every successful music tech company ever made sells the artist a pickaxe. you know? And that, in my opinion, has to stop. Also, growth in the music business is a complete illusion. Don't kick me out yet. Wait, I can see that face. Growth in the music industry is an illusion, and I hope to prove it. And then we're going to use the power of AI, because everybody loves AI, to see if we can find a way out in the remaining 7 minutes. And we're going to do this live, and I haven't tested it. So if it comes out with an answer that says we're all screwed, then we're screwed. But if the power of Bard tells us that we're amazing, whoa, there's hope. All right. Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah, I did put that. Go back to Bard, you idiot. All right. Here we are. So this is Bard by Google. We're going to ask it some questions. I would like to introduce a way of thinking about an industry using this wonderful... Oh, that's rubbish. Using this one... Oh, my word. You did this on purpose, didn't you? You did, definitely, Ted. I could see it on your face. All right. Imagine like a cone. A cone. Oh, there's one there. There you go, Ted. You can have that. Oh, nailed it. It's like my plectrum. Oh, for crying out loud. All right. There's a cone there, and I hope you can see it. And every market starts with some kind of natural resource. All right? Whether it's tin, oil, gas, happiness, all that kind of stuff. And in the first step, an artist, for example, if their natural resource is culture, whatever that means to you, it means something to each artist, an artist will refine the man with the power. Oh, not that much power, it seems. There you go. Blue is the color. Chelsea is the name. So an artist will essentially turn this natural resource of culture into art. Shocker. And then as you go through this funnel of a market, you have two types of organizations. You have refiners, people who will enhance the value of something that's just been mined. You know, crude oil to plastics to all kinds of things. And what happens in this one is we have essentially labels. Love them or hate them, I'm indifferent. Labels that refine that art into copyright. But that's where it kind of stops. Because then they make products which is pulling the value out of this market to somewhere else in the form of, you know, streams, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You all get it. Anyway, I believe that cone is getting smaller, not bigger. And I want to see if we can prove it. And if it is getting smaller, what can we mine instead? Here we go. Now, I am making this up as I go along. This is Bard, everybody. Say hi, Bard. Losers. All right, first and foremost, I have a bunch of questions I want to ask Bard. Let's do this. Let's start. How big is the music industry? I'm going to put that there. Industry in 2022. Was, I don't think Bard cares, but just in case it gets angry at me. Thinking. 26.2 billion. Well, I know the number changes as time goes by. That's fascinating. Okay, sounds like a lot of money. Let's ask a slightly better question. Oh, and it's growing 9% from 2021. Here we go. This is my hypothesis. I don't know the answer. Accounting for inflation. How do you spell accounting? Oh, yeah, there's the end. Did the music industry grow in 2022? Thinking. Ah, you bastard! Okay. What is interesting is that I kind of lied when I said I hadn't tried this, and it told me no this morning. That just shows the power of AI. And I can show you that here. Where was it? Will you be my friend? As you said, I've asked it if it'll be my friend quite a few times. On this particular occasion, it said no. Oh, for crying out loud. Anyway, even still, it's not growing very much. But the reason that's important is that if you look at it from an investor's point of view, the reason that if the market isn't growing particularly, there's not going to be many exits. It's just going to be internal purchasing and recycling of technologies to sharpen a knife, sharpen a pickaxe, as opposed to choosing something different to refine. But I've got, and just to also put this in perspective, one more time, I'm sorry if this sounds depressing. Good luck pitching. What was the revenue for Starbucks in 2022? Thinking. Starbucks generated $32.25 billion in 2022. That is larger than the 2023 estimate, the size of the music business, globally. One coffee company. What is the size of the coffee industry? Don't worry, I hope happiness comes sooner or later. Not what, yes, the size, never mind. $493 billion in 2022. Now, we're starting to understand why VCs don't like it when you put the word music in your pitch deck. So, we need to change that narrative, is my opinion, and I have a hypothesis. My hypothesis is this. Here we go. How many people listen to music every day? According to a 2020 study, 7.1 billion people listen to music every single day, apparently. It's a lot of people. How many people subscribe to a music streaming service? Gotta love AI. This is obviously AI at work. It's not, but if you think it is, that's what matters. 616.2 million people subscribe to a music streaming service worldwide. Now, watch this. How much money per year do people spend on music? Per person. On average, $22.5 per year on music. Let's just do one more comparison. How much per year do people spend on coffee? Per annum. I bet it's more. $2,327. We are mining the wrong thing in music. And there's something actually on the panel that Faz said earlier, which I thought was fucking brilliant. And he just said, we now all sound the same. It's just sharpening that pickaxe, right? We're trying to make people who, frankly, aren't very good sound good. That's not the point of music. That's the point of TV. Wrong one. So, where'd you go? Bard. So if that's the case, let's now say if there's 611 million people listening on a streaming service, I propose we change this to something else. Get rid of those labels. Sorry. You must go. I believe an art mines culture to create audiences. We already know that's true. We already know there's 611 million people that an artist can gather around one technology to be communicated to in some way, shape, or form. When you think of audience as the thing that you're refining, you've got 611 million annual widgets there, let's just say, which products can be born from. But let's just imagine if you turn that audience into like a psychographic network for business development. Or you can turn that into a political movement. Or you turn that into products that essentially enhance one's ability to find new meaning in life, whatever it may be. The more you refine this asset, the more products can be made. And therefore, the more money funnels back to the beginning of this thing. So the miners aren't getting screwed anymore. There's just more money in the system for them to do more and to make great art that build great audiences, that build great other things. Because right now, all we're doing is mining the miners, trying to make shit people sound good. I think it's time music tech needs to become audience tech, not music tech. That was my hypothesis. I'm going to drop the mic, get kicked out by Xavier. I can see him staring at me. And good luck, everyone. Woo!
Thank you, Chris. Good luck, startuppers, after that. Coralie, yes, we launched the demo day. Thank you very much, Chris. Now every startup will have 3 minutes to pitch you, plus 3 minutes Q&A, the jury. I propose to begin with the first startup. I invite on stage Christian from Master Channel. Christian, the stage is yours.
My name is Christian, and I'm really happy to announce that this month, 2 million new musicians will be introduced to Master Channel. This is a major milestone for us, so let me tell you how we got here. First of all, have any of you seen this button on your phone before? This is the magic button for photos that turn any photo into a professional-looking one with one click. But musicians today don't have that same option, because creating a song that sounds professional is quite a challenge, because they both lack the knowledge and the equipment in order to get it to sound professional enough. Because in many ways, they are not audio engineers. And as founders of Master Channel and musicians ourselves, we know that it's hard. But due to our expertise from audio engineering and audio research, we also have created a solution. We at Master Channel are introducing the magic button for music. With one click of a button, any musicians can turn their songs into professional sounding one, so they can be happy with their own songs before they release it on platforms like Spotify. Last year, we launched our service as a B2C service with one-time payments, but we switched to subscriptions as we're a better fit for our users. Since then, over 10,000 musicians are now using Master Channel, and this year alone, we professionalized more than 25,000 songs. But the impact is about to be much bigger, as we're white labeling our solution to distribution companies. Distribution companies, for you who don't know them, are a required step in the music value chain, as they sell music on behalf of musicians to platforms like Spotify. And if the sound quality is professional, they can generate more sales. And that is how we are now introducing Master Channel to 2 million new users, by white labeling our solution to the music distribution giant Amuse. Amuse alone releases 2.4 million songs a year. But that is just the tip of the iceberg. As of now, we are in touch with over 50% of the major distribution companies. Companies that are expected to distribute over 95 million songs in 2025. In order to secure these and to scale further, we're seeking to raise a round this fall. So if anybody's interested, contact me afterwards. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to your questions.
Questions?
Can you tell us a bit about the business model behind that, like who pays for what and how much do they pay?
Yeah, so on the B2C side, you can pay monthly or annual subscription. Monthly is $25, annual is $180. When it comes to white labeling, we're doing the development, and then we take 60% of the income from every transaction. And then the company is the one that sets the price.
Do you mind telling me a little bit about just the tech stack you use and the engineering team you have on board for this?
Yeah, we use something called reinforcement learning, which is a way of developing AI. which is beneficial in terms of normal machine learning because we don't rely on huge data sets. It's more about the accumulated knowledge of or engineers we worked with over time. So how it works is that you upload a song, the system works on it similar to like a human mastering engineer, tries out different things, and then either get a reward or a penalty based on the decision it makes. And this process takes usually between 2 and 3 minutes per song and cost very little in processing cost. And as we don't rely on huge data sets, the problem of copyrighted material is also not there.
Thanks a lot for the here. Do you have an estimation of the market size you're tackling?
Yeah, so do you want it in revenue or dollar? Yeah. So in terms of dollar, then we're looking at in 2025 around 700 to 800 million. That is what we estimate of the 1 we can capture. And then in terms of songs released, that is estimated on a yearly basis in 2025 to be 140 million, where we can take around our serviceable available market is 95 million. Yes. There are 2 main competitors, one being a Canadian company called Lander. One of their downsides is that they have trouble getting these deals because they are a distribution company themselves. But our main competitor is Dolby.
What sets Master Channel apart from other companies that are in the space, particularly incumbents that have already established themselves?
Yeah, so one of the main things is the ease of use. With, for example, Lander, which many of you know, you still have to tweak it afterwards, whereas us, we still go for the one-button solution. And that comes down to technology. The second thing is what we are developing right now. So we are having a solution for AI spatial mastering. And the way that we built up our technology makes it also flexible in terms of tailoring towards different domains. We can potentially copy sounds of people. It's a more flexible technology, I would say.
Thank you, Christian. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next startup, Sun with Atelize from Denmark. Just a second.
Okay. Hi guys, I'm Sune Jarl, founder and CEO of Atelize, the world of performing arts in one platform. I've worked in performing arts most of my adult life, first as an opera singer and the last decade as a serial entrepreneur. And my dream has always been the following, that you guys didn't have to worry about missing out on events with your favorite artists, that the artists didn't have to worry about getting the attention they deserve, and last, that the producers didn't have to worry about getting sold out the seats in the house. Our solution is Atelize, generative AI that delivers revenue and audience building superpowers to performing arts professionals. In only 3 minutes, our clients can produce ready-made marketing campaigns that make them super discoverable on all known channels. But how do we do that? Our technology is mapping the entire industry and sorted into our platform. With the information that we have gathered about the individual artist and arts organization, we can then generate marketing that help them to build a larger audience and build revenue streams. So it's an awesome combination. And our customers think so too. Warner Music Group and San Diego Opera both says that our concept makes perfect sense for their industry and for their business. So we are creating a massive marketplace. When our platform is generating a huge target audience via SEO, the generative AI tools are extending the reach even further. And when our users then enrich the marketplace with new content, we have a beautiful virtuous loop in our hands. We are tapping in and aiming to dominate a huge underserved market of $45 billion. Right now, we are focusing on the obtainable US mid-market with our B2B SaaS. And our test in California proves the case. With the speed we have now on our AI aggregation of data, we will generate 2 million monetizable pages in just a few months and sit on the American and European markets. And this will give us a beautiful top of funnel of 3 to 5 million monthly unique users to extract from. And compared to our dear colleagues out there, we have a huge unfair advantage. Unlike our competitors within the AI space, we actually have a moat because of the fantastic feed of industry-specific data into the platform. And that makes us really hard to compete with and hard to copy. We have a fantastic team of second-time entrepreneurs and industry insiders, and a very strong team of investors, among them with the Tesla founders. We are now aiming to close a €1 million round. We have already secured 70%, and this gives us a runway of 18 months to get to an ARR of $2 to $3 million, mainly coming from SaaS. So I thank you for your attention, and please use another of these QR codes to get in touch with us. Thank you very much.
Who are your competitors in the space right now?
Yes. Basically, if we go to this, it's other. It could be, we could compare this to event sites, but we have a completely different platform that is not reliant on ticket sales. We are a SaaS company mainly, and we have no cold start issues because we have gathered all the information in advance. So we are not relying on random signups and user contributions. We use the AI to have every content there from the get-go. So every new market we enter into, we are full supply. And the next, when we talk about AI writers out there like Jasper, Anyword, and Copy AI, they really don't have a moat. They are all relying on the same technology, and will just be a run for the button in terms of pricing. But with our very special feed of data, that makes us really stand out. So this is the matrix. Sorry for a long answer.
So what is this very special feed of data, and where is it coming
so
from?
we are mainly so the platform, we are mainly gathering events, and from events we get a lot of bycatch of metadata, musical works, artists, where they're performing, with whom are they performing, and of course all the events and events tickets, so you can actually get instant gratification as a end user. Mm-hmm. So this means you can overview everything that goes on in the industry in your area, or if you travel to New York or anywhere else, you can plan and follow the artists and the events that you are interested in.
But why can none of the competition get that data? Surely
because they haven't done so. They have just relied on getting user contribution and random signups because they live from people signing up, paying to sign up. We don't have anyone who pays to sign up. They are all pre-signed up, you can say. But once they're starting to use our AI tools to become known and be visible, that's when they start paying for it.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you. Last question, maybe?
Thank you for your questions.
Hey, if this technology is used like advertising tech for classical niche music, why can you do the same with other kind of music? You are expecting to do that?
Yes,
what is
we are.
Road to that?
We are definitely counting on expanding. Right now, we are actually covering all performing arts except pop and rock. But from my talks to people about our AI writer, I think everybody in the industry could use this to to become more visible in the market. So we will definitely expand to other performing arts areas. Absolutely.
Thank you, Sune.
Thank you.
Next startup, Unheard, with Alex Breeze from the UK.
Forgot the calculator.
Just a second. Okay.
Can I get the notes up as well?
Not there.
Ah, okay. Let's try and freestyle it. Actually, can I look at the screen for my notes? Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, let's try. So hi, my name's Alex Breeze, and I'm the CEO and founder of Unheard. At Unheard, we're on a mission to revolutionize the future of music promotion. We provide the tools and insights that will allow artists to effectively amplify their music using data to reduce uncertainty with every marketing and promotion decision. It's never been easier to create music. You can create music on your mobile phone in 30 minutes. It's also never been easier to distribute your music to the streaming and social platforms. It seems there's a new distributor every single month. And that means it's never been harder to cut through the noise. So what's the solution? The Unheard app, a music marketing app that combines big data analysis with smart marketing recommendations. Let me show you how this works. Once an artist logs into the platform, we ingest all of their data from the various streaming and social media platforms, and we aggregate this data into an easily digestible form. But it's what we do with this information that's useful. We create a tailored list of tasks which are generated by your own information that allow you to do things like run well-targeted social media ads, pitch to your most relevant Spotify playlists, and complete more static tasks like making sure your metadata is correct for your upcoming release. One of our most powerful features is running social media ads. Let me show you how this works. An artist will choose the streaming or social media metric that they want to grow. They will input their budget, and our algorithms will do the rest for you. We will choose the age demographic targeting, the cities and locations you should be targeting, the targeting preferences and interests, and we'll help you design your ad as well. Over 32,000 artists from 129 countries have run over 12,000 campaigns on the Unheard app. We have countless case studies of the app delivering effective and efficient growth. The app not only ensures artists are reaching the right audiences, but the app saves an artist, on average, 30 minutes per campaign versus running an ad natively on Meta or TikTok. Our vision is to become the leader within personalized artist marketing and promotion. At scale, to help artists launch and sustain their music career globally. There are 4 key pillars to our upcoming work. Preparation, making sure artists are ready to invest in their music using AI to perform digital health checks. Promotion, making sure we have a greater breadth of services to accommodate for an artist's requirements across the various marketing verticals available to them. Reporting, creating more robust attribution models to allow for a better investment in an artist's marketing activities. And education, providing resources to educate artists across the various facets of the music industry. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, Alex.
Hi, Alex. Sorry, I can't resist this one. How are you going to get heard? Because, yeah, promoting, getting the name out there is the big challenge, really, isn't it? It's getting us in the hands of enough artists. Can you tell us a little bit about that, what you've done and what you plan to do?
Yeah, so it's been very organic, our growth to this point, and like I said, we have around 32,000 artists. We've done a lot of work on our ASO, so App Store optimization, so we're predominantly available on the App Store at the moment. And we've actually started to rank in key music markets, so we're in the top two apps in the music category in Nigeria. So these sorts of organic activities have been really valuable for us. Creating case studies with slightly bigger artists is a really valuable activity for us that we're working on at the moment. So creating that aspirational piece. And simple things like digital advertising can be really effective for us too. Alongside these means we are speaking to the majority of distributors, so United Masters, CD Baby, etc., because we're a great plug-in for these sorts of companies too.
Hi there. Mind telling me a bit more about the team behind this?
Yes, so alongside me, we've just hired what I call our first adult. So his name's Paul Truman. He's quite experienced in the music industry. He took AWOL from a 10-person business to a 150-person business as the general manager. And then we have a tech team which has expertise across AI and ML, and then also general software development. We don't necessarily hire for skill, we hire for will. So we do have a young team, but they're all very talented, and we're all in a kind of quite cohesive mission to try and transform the industry.
Last question? No? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks. Next startup, Music Tomorrow with Julie Knib from France.
So hey, I'm Julie Knib, founder and CEO of Music Tomorrow. What we do is that we crack the algorithms. So basically, we help artists and labels get their artists more visible on streaming platforms. So think of it as SEO. The same way you have tools and best practices to rank websites up on Google, we do the same, but for artists on streaming. And that's a very important topic, because today recommender algorithms are really the middlemen of music discovery. And that idea doesn't come from nowhere, because I've spent years actually designing those recommender systems for Deezer. And when I launched Music Tomorrow 3 years ago, I thought about how can I make that knowledge available? So I started writing about these recommender systems on our company blog. And what happened is that traffic spiked. So that shows how much artists and labels are very curious to learn more about algorithms, but also how much they're very much in the dark about the topic. And 3 years down the line, we took it a step further, and we recently launched our own analytics platform, giving insights into how algorithms classify artists. And we provide now playbooks for labels for them to use to develop their artist visibility into these algorithmic playlists. And we have 3 plans, so monthly subscriptions, ranging from 150 to 900 euros per month. And here are a few examples of customers of the solutions. And what they do with it is that they use it to inform their metadata and pitching strategy. They use it to inform their marketing targeting, so to select the algorithmic niches, the audiences that will respond best and amplify the visibility. They use it for their A&R strategy, for example, to evaluate the algorithmic impact of 2 artists working together. And ultimately, the solution helps them improve the ROI of any A&R and marketing spending. So for instance, Handwritten Records use the tools and playbooks and increase the visibility in Release Radar playlist by 20 versus the previous EP they released. And we estimate that the algorithmic optimization market is currently about $1 billion, so that's a fraction of the $6 billion label invest annually on A&R and marketing. And we are a team of 5, I'm not alone now. And we all have from 3 to 20 years of experience in the music business. And we have the support of a top executive from Deezer, Soundchart, SACEM, and Microsoft. Today, we're currently bootstrapped. We launched the platform, the SaaS platform, 3 months ago. We generate 5K monthly revenue on it. That's growing about 30% a month. And we actually have more demand than we can handle. So we are now raising that seed round of 400K to improve the scalability and all the ranges of automation that we can do to scale better. So if you're interested, please throw money at us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Julie. Questions?
Thank you. When you say you have more interest that you can handle, does it mean that you still do manual, personal, like people pay to use your service to do analytics of their artists? When they've done that, are you doing like personal interactions with all of them? Is that like part of the model?
So yeah, currently we have a hybrid model. So we have the tech platform, so we have our own tech that's actually an algorithm on top of algorithms that's decrypting the positioning of artists. And to create the case studies, we obviously put our hand on to create those SEO case studies. And now that we know what works and what doesn't, we are in the process of automating that. So we have the platform and we have the automation, but we need to do even more automation to scale. So the range of demand is that, as you can see, we are also good at SEO, so we have lots of requests coming from Google. And yeah, we have dozens of labels begging at the door every month, and yeah, we are working on the scalability of that. I hope it answers, yeah.
Other question? Yes.
Hey, can you explain a little bit more about your business model? Business model.
It's a subscription model, so monthly subscription, like a traditional SaaS model.
Mm-hmm.
And
artist per artist, or you have a corporate, you have like steps on standard plan or something like that?
Yeah. The pro plan starts at 150, and that's a limited number of that's basically designed for an indie label. So you can look at 15 artists a month for that amount. And if you want more detail, more depth into the data, or a limited number of artists, then you go up to the enterprise plans that are higher priced.
Okay, thank you, Julie. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next startup, Match-Based Music with Patrick from Switzerland.
For the jury, if it's too complicated to vote online with the smartphone, you can...
Check.
Yeah, you can use a paper and send me by email. Also, everything is possible. Don't stress. Yeah.
Who took music lessons as a child? Raise your hands. Who is still taking music lessons today? Raise your hands. And who would enjoy playing a musical instrument or sing? Raise your hands. This, ladies and gentlemen, is why we need a better solution. Hi, my name is Patrick. I'm the founder and CEO of Match-Based Music, the fastest growing and most versatile platform for music teachers and students. The problem we're solving is the demand-supply mismatch. Students don't know where to find a teacher that matches their needs, and teachers can't make a living. Teachers are chronically underemployed and can't market themselves. This is a global phenomenon. The market in Europe and the US alone is 26 billion large, growing at 3% CAGR, is highly fragmented and ready for digital disruption. The reason why this has not yet been solved is because existing tutoring platforms don't work for music education. Music education requires a curated and music-focused play. This is where Match-Based Music is positioned. The way we solve this problem is through a unique full-service platform that gives the teachers the best visibility in the market, increases their earning potential, and takes care of all the admin stuff. For students, we offer maximum flexibility, choice, and convenience. They can take classes at their home, at a teacher studio, online, on weekends, or evening. We sell lesson subscriptions to students and take a commission on every subscription purchased through our platform. In addition, we're launching a SaaS offering for teachers to commercialize the student management and lesson planning app. Product market fit has been validated. We're the largest provider of music lessons in our home market, Switzerland. We have sold more than 250,000 worth of music lessons, and we're ready to scale internationally. We are a seasoned team in music education with strong marketing, tech, and execution skills. We're raising a 1.5 to 2 million seed round in order for our international expansion to Germany, to launch our SaaS offering globally, and to bring our first home market into profitability. What you get when you invest with us are attractive unit economics with CLV to CA ratio between 3.6 and 9. Product market fit has already been validated with good traction. We're a strong team with the ambition to lead the market, and we're a capital efficient business that will be profitable in 2025. 1.25 million have already been committed. We'll look for investors who identify our vision to be the go-to place for music teachers and students globally. Join us in our journey and mission to be the leading music edtech player, to make music easily accessible, to help teachers increase their earning potential, and to bring more music into the world. Thank you.
Thank you. Time for question.
As a marketplace, you've got to be able to bring teachers on board and get people into your marketplace. What's your plan for go-to-market on both sides, especially as you're launching in other territories?
Right, so from a marketplace perspective, we have a strategic roadmap how we want to now internationalize. That's next step is Germany, with focus in Berlin and Hamburg, followed by UK and US. The other growth trajectory is our SaaS offering, where we can basically market this internationally in parallel. That will also allow us the opportunistic growth to open up marketplaces as soon as we have certain density of qualified teachers in a certain territory.
Hey, just about that, do you have a quality assurance process for lessons or professors or something like that? Yes?
Very good question. Thank you for asking that, Louis. So, as I mentioned, we are a curated and music-focused play, which means we stand for qualitative music lessons. That means every music teacher gets verified before we publish her or him on our platform. That's on the verification part, and then every teacher gets also rated by students for peer-to-peer review, if you will.
No more questions? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next startup, Miado with Maurice Engelen from Belgium. The stage is yours.
Hi, my name is Maurice Engelen, also known as Praga Khan. In the early 80s, I founded a record company, and I sold it to EMI. As an artist, I've been performing all over the world, and in the 40 years, I see that the music business really changed drastically. 99% of all artists cannot even make a living. Fans are consuming music differently. And 95% of all festivals are missing out on modern revenue streams. I see that Web3 brings exciting new innovation and business models, but they're only reserved for the happy few, the big artists, the big festivals. And that's why we came up with Meadow. Meadow is a platform that combines new technologies such as metaverse, blockchain, and AI. Meadow allows every artist, fan, and festival to learn, experience, and monetize in a new world. How does it work? Artists can play more and earn more by performing virtual gigs in Meadow and attract a new audience. Festivals can extend their offering and engagement through virtual experiences. And fans can gain deeper engagement with their favorite artists through exclusive content and digital merch. We provide the platform where fans can discover and empower artists and also can participate in their success. Our business model is simple. We make money at every level. Commission and subscription-based, licensing, publishing, and services. For the past 36 months, we have personally invested more than 500K, and we organized 30 virtual concerts. We also developed a talent detection platform. We have proven that it works. Now we have 2 deals with major festivals where we create an online-offline experience, and we have ongoing negotiations with major brands. We need 1 million to go to market, and we have already raised 500K. And finally, we are the perfect team to make this happen. My co-founder, Luke, is a successful entrepreneur. Me and Dominic Sass are managing the creative part of the company, and we are backed by a team of experts in technology and community building. It's all happening now. Meadow is bringing it all together. The best of traditional proven models enriched with Web3 technologies. And this makes us unique. So join us and help us to revolutionize the music industry. Thank you for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you, Maurice. Is there a question? Yes, Matthias.
Hi, you said that you organized 30 concerts. Can you tell us a little bit about like how many people attended the concerts? And I have 2 more questions. Where does the Web3 part come in, and what does AI do in this whole concept?
Okay, and here I have my CTO who's going to give you a perfect answer.
Can we start with the attendance of the people of the 30 concerts?
Yes, of course. The platform was actually launched during the Corona crisis, trying to bring bands and fans together in real time. So there's like no latency. There's like really a social connection. We had from 20 till 100 people live attending. But we always also had like side streams on Facebook and YouTube where we had like up to 400 people. Yeah. So in total, we served already more than 2,000, 3,000 avatars online.
Okay, cool. And the other question was the Web3 and blockchain part, where this comes in, and what AI does on your platform.
The Web3 part comes actually in helping to monetize all the different side streams. You know, like we don't want to use the word NFT. We call it a digital asset, you know. But there you can really make it, it's a really powerful tool to sell like digital merchandise, and there's a large demand for digital merchandise and the likes. AI will help us help under the hood, you know, getting the discovery for talents out and help them sell their merch as well.
Okay.
Hey, are you using some game engine technology for basic structure for your
Yes,
product?
we use Unity, yes.
Unity.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have the platform completely under our own control, so we are continuously looking and talking with other metaverse platforms. Actually, that name was not allowed during the Corona. We hate that word, but it's a buzzword, so we need to use it. But we have all the technology in hand because it's really embedding live streaming to the max. And for us, as we are music industry, for us, the audio quality was, you know, it has to be high level. And in most metaverse platforms as we see it today, there's still a large gap to fill in getting good video and audio quality in by any means.
So during COVID, artists that weren't doing this all of a sudden went, oh, this is cool. But post-COVID, they've looked at it, that was triage. How are you going to convince them that this has to be part of their revenue stream now, because I get huge pushback when I say to managers, you should be doing this every night, and they go, no, we did that because we had to.
I totally read you. Even during COVID, they found it horror. They didn't know what to expect. It was a completely new business, you know, like trying to live stream. You're working actually in a TV studio. What we aim to do is, like, we already have good discussions with some major bands. We already had major bands on the platform during COVID that are now performing on larger festivals, what beforehand was not the case. But due to the Battle of the Bands concept that we're launching, where we want small bands to compete for being able on stage in a large festival. And that way we will grow them, we will learn them, because you also have to learn how to perform in a metaverse concert. It's not the same thing as you have with playing in front of a live audience. So it's going to be a journey together with bands and their labels and their record companies.
Yeah, how do you build the world? For example, if you work with a festival, I understand that you build that world beforehand in collaboration with the festival to design the spaces as the festival would like to. But what about the performance? How do you translate a live performance to avatars in real time?
What we do is we don't do avatars, so the audience logs in as avatars, and right now you see the band as a live stream. And the band also sees on LED panels or projections, together with the physical public, they also see the virtual audience and they can interact with it. But we work with live streaming because the cost of production and the cost of entry of, you know, animating everything and putting in the avatars and mocapping, and I don't see a metal drummer going into a mocap suit because that's going to be horror. But it actually works pretty fine. And due to certain video tricks, you have the feeling of a 3D perception of the band playing in the live stream.
Okay, and just a second question, quick question. In these 30 live shows you already did, how did you deal with all the rights involved in live streaming?
We had to deal with we're all Belgian bands, and all the bands were paid for. So during the COVID, it was the cause that everybody should be paid, the video engineers, audio engineers, and the concerts were live at that moment, were free. And with the SABAM of Belgium, you were allowed to give free digital live streams. Going forward, when we sign up with larger bands, it's going to be a negotiation with whomever is responsible for the copyrights.
Thank you very much.
If you want to see it, come join us afterwards.
Next startup, Bridge Audio with Clément from France.
Hello everyone, so my name is Clément. I'm the founder and CEO of Bridge.audio. So, Bridge provides smart workspaces for everyone working with music and audio to share and connect better, and at the end of the day generate more opportunities. As you all know, music is booming, and today, for pros and creators, there are more than 12 million audio files shared every day before and besides the releases of this track on the streaming platforms. We indeed operate within a highly interconnected ecosystem. We spend a crazy amount of time sharing audio files, demos, V1, V2, stems, masters, which create a massive friction within the industry in terms of upload, download, renaming of files. And we don't have any standard to do that. And so So that's the reason why we are juggling with various solutions for years now, which, by the way, creates a massive digital footprint for our industry because we are duplicating files all day long. This is quite surprising because in the same time, other creative verticals have seen massive and revolutionary SaaS emerge, like Figma in UX, UI, or Frame.io in video post-production. So we are building this standard for our industry by building a tool that could be described as the one-for-all platform, whether you are a bedroom producer or working at Universal, to connect better because we are connecting all day long and generate more opportunities. So Bridge is made of smart workspaces for you and your team to manage your catalog and share your music the way you want for your network and clients. The idea of it is to save time, but also have a much better digital footprint. But we will also bring thematic hubs to ensure discoverability of your content. Yes, the idea of it is to unlock new opportunities in the various sub-verticals like sync, A&R, voiceover, and so on. Everywhere there is a bottleneck, and we have many bottlenecks within our industries, there is room for a hub on Bridge. And this is made possible thanks to the powerful AI of music description that we are building for years now. Our business model is based on the storage you need, so based on the number of tracks you are working on, but also on upsell for the access on the hubs. So building such a one-for-all platform made to have a better connectivity leads us to a product-led growth. Today we have good traction thanks to the fact that our users are sharing music on Bridge Audio, so they are showing the tool to everyone, but also that people can receive music directly on their workspace, generating new leads on Bridge Audio, and also they are inviting their teammate, whether they are their band members or company members, to join their workspaces. We are also happy to say that we already have paid users from all the various fields of the music and audio industry, so labels and publishers for a third of our clients. Another third is made of artists, composers, and bedroom producers, and the last third is made of all other personas, so PR, managers, music supervisors, sing brokers, but also podcasters, voiceover, or audiobook pros. Our team of 12 is made of myself. I was previously the founder of the biggest music supervision company in France called Criminal. And I have Louis Taris with me as a co-founder that is formerly of HEC and Rocket Internet. And our CTO, Remy Bruce, that is a Deezer and Molotov alumni. We made a pre-seed round in September 2021 with around 47 business angels from the music and tech fields. It was a round of 1 million, and today we are engaged in our seed round. We already secured around 70%, I would say, of it, and so feel free to join us in this journey. Thanks for your time, and we have a booth over there, so if you want to know more about AI and everything, you can come and see me. Thank you.
Thank you, Clément. Time for question.
Sorry. Could you explain a little bit more about your audio tagging or audio description?
Yes, for sure. So as I said, I was previously running a music supervision company, and music supervision, as most of you probably know, is about finding the perfect track for the advertising or movie you are working on. And so over years, we've been describing more than 50,000 tracks with 400 different tags. So we had the perfect data set to make machine learning on it. And so we were very interested into making this happen for our own tool, because most of the solutions that were developed so far always were bought by industrials, such as Neeland in France, bought by Spotify in 2017, or Museo. And so we had to have this on our tool because it's key into the product. It's as key as the AI of image descriptions that you can have, for instance, on your Google Photo or iPhoto cloud. So the idea is to be able to describe very precisely music in terms of style, subgenre, moods, who is singing, male, female, what are the lyrics. We are even able to scrap the lyrics in AI. And so the idea is, in fact, to allow people to find the perfect track within a massive aggregated catalog in the purpose of sync or A&R or film scoring or whatever.
Last question. Thank you, Clément. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Next startup, Afroplug with Maeva from Belgium.
Good afternoon. My name is Maeva. I'm the co-founder of Afroplug. I'm from Cameroon and Guadeloupe. And I'll always be surrounded by Afro, Caribbean, and Latin music. I love this music. I'm also a producer and DJ since more than 10 years. And I have a BA in marketing. During my studio sessions, I saw a lot of producers always using the same sample and plugins for producing Afro music. For me, that wasn't normal because I know a lot of producers who want to sell and share the sample as many people as possible. For them, the choices are limited. That is why we create the solution Afroplug, a one-stop place for Afro music creators where they can earn money, save money, time, and energy for their musical career. Among competitors, we are the only one platform with more than 100 Afro genres. People think it's only Afrobeats. We have a lot of Amapiano, Zouk, Compa, maybe no Zouk, drill, everywhere, merengue, bachata, reggaeton, and more. And we have also an AI app with tools such as mastering. Our business model is a marketplace, 40% on each sale, and a subscription with unlimited access monthly or yearly. Our market size for production software is 2.12 billion. Our target main market is music producer, is about 100 million worldwide. Of course, as you know, the leader of this market, BandLab, already have actually 60 million users. Mowi is AR, the leader of AR app for mastering and more, 30 million users. Of course, Splice, more than 8 million users right now. Our accomplishment since 2021 is 70,000 downloads in Marketplace, 11,000 users in the app, $50,000 in revenue, 40,000 followers on social media, 30,000 subscribers on the newsletters. Our members, people who pay Afroplug, who use Afroplug, produce for Drake. One of our samples is on the last album of Burna Boy in the song Different Size. It's produced for Sean Paul and Damso, the Bayesian superstar Damso, and Airasta, Ozuna, the Latin superstar, and many more. A few of them win Grammy Awards and MTV Awards. Actually, everything is organic, only word by mouth, no paid ads. So actually, we are raising pricing round for really multiply the actual revenue and start paying ads and more strategy, of course, marketing and sales, pay the team payroll, and really everything is on beta. It's only app beta. So really need to improve the development of the app for attract more customers and the app be really more easy to use more. A team is Issa, the co-founder, Olivier, the full-stack developer, CFO Rafiatou, Ghislain, producer, a studio owner in Brussels and producer of Damso, Manuel, creator, advisor, Levin, software tester, who produce for Ayana Kamura, NASA, and many more. Thank you for listening. And feel free to connect and scan the code to visit the website. Thank you.
Thank you, Maeva. Question? Yes?
How does your marketplace rates compare to the competitors in the market today?
It's not the same. It's on pack of sample and loops. I don't know if you know sample and loops. So it's just a pack, a zip file, and people buy. Or when the seller just upload the pack, the cover. If you love the cover, we don't love the cover. Our graphic designer sends the cover for it be more appealing, and that's it. But I think with the future, we have more options and more for the customer. Yes.
Do you plan to stay independent as like Afroplug, or do you plan to have like kind of a B2B model to sell your samples and loops to marketplaces like Splice or others?
For the moment, I think it's very early because I think we can grow many more. But any options, we don't know, we never know.
Thank you. Being that you do have a lot of competitors in the sample licensing space, can you speak to the market need for a genre-specific app?
I don't understand the question, sorry.
What makes your product unique from that of a Splice and a BandLab?
Okay. That's my music at first, and I love to share for everyone, not just Africa, everyone. So since a childhood, I know really what is really authentic Afro music. Like I said, I'm really surrounding. I live in Guadeloupe, maybe you know Guadeloupe. I really listen every time, Caribbean, Latin, and Afro music, so I know exactly what type of music is missing, what type of market is really neglected, because there are a lot of musicians people forget who make every time. By example, in my Iceland in Guadeloupe, there are a lot of Zouk musicians, Zouk artists who make like 1 million views in YouTube, like in 3 days, but people don't really care about only Guadeloupe, so really there are really a market everywhere in Afro-genre music. So yes, I think this is really the unique, because I think we are the expert of this type of niche. But for me, it's not a niche because actually Afrobeats is popular and it's still popular. Every pop music, you always use a little touch of Afro. So yes, I think that's why we are unique.
Thank you, Maeva. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next startup, Tickets for Groots with Steve from the UK.
Okay, who's ready for some more presentation slides? Give me a yeah, woo, woo. Number 10. Okay, thank you. So, hi, my name's Steve Rimmer. I'm the founder and CEO of Tickets for Good. I'm here with my co-founder, Neville Mosey. Give us a wave over there. Hey, so thanks so much for the opportunity. It's great to be here. As I said, we're from the UK, based in Sheffield, but our focus is that we're a ticketing platform, but we're not a ticketing retailer. We partner with the retailers, such as Ticketmaster or any other retailer, to add value into the ecosystem. Our mission is all about filling venues and increasing revenues. The way we do that is through getting tickets to people that need them most. Our value is in creating custom audience groups within healthcare workers, charity workers, and people on lower incomes. So far, since launching in May 2021, we've already signed up over 200,000 NHS workers, National Health Service workers in the UK, and over 10,000 charity workers across 250 different partners. We've turned over £1.1 million in booking fee revenues. We charge £3.95 per ticket, and that's our revenue. But it also means that more than 80% of people turn up to the show. As an example, one of our favourite stories is working with a band called Idols. We helped them to give away 500 tickets just 2 weeks before the show. From there, they actually posted it on their Instagram, getting 20,000 likes on the Instagram post and hundreds of comments. They were also picked up in NME, and so got amazing amounts of reach online. That was one of our favorite stories. Looking into the market, the live music industry is a fantastic and growing industry. Hundreds of billions of value across the global ecosystem. Think of some of the massive on-sales recently, like Taylor Swift, just as an example, etc., etc. So many great on-sales. However, the accepted number across the industry is up to 40% of tickets remain unsold. We think empty seats are bad for business for these reasons. And it's a wasted resource, and it's a lack of value. We provide access to new, engaged audience groups, as I mentioned, healthcare workers, charity workers, specifically in the UK. We've created a model that's scalable, and not only for distressed tickets. We have what we call a 3D model, which is about donated, discounted, and distressed inventory to access value across the whole of the event lifecycle. We've got an amazing team of over 20 people across our Sheffield and London offices, and a fantastic board of advisors. Pleased to announce we just released that Robbie Williams, the global music superstar artist, is our largest investor. We announced that 2 weeks ago, and we're super happy about that. We're also scaling to the US in partnership with Comcast, NBC, Universal, to scale across the US, based out of Atlanta initially. We've recently closed our round, but we're always open to the right individual with the right offer, so we can increase and overfund. But we'll be opening up our seed round later this summer. But we're always looking for more event partners to give us tickets. We're Tickets for Good, filling venues, increasing revenues, and growing audiences. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve.
Hi, thanks. I'm not sure I understood fully your business model. If you can explain that a little bit further.
Absolutely, thank you. So we take tickets that are usually, so the first job of the event partner is to try and sell the tickets. But what happens when tickets are left over? Well, they call us. We help them give away leftover tickets to custom audience groups that we've created and verified, such as healthcare workers, charity workers, or people on low incomes.
And you keep a percentage out of those resales?
Correct, so it's a free ticket in the most part that's given away to those people, and we charge a booking fee per ticket, and that's our revenue model. We also do heavily discounted tickets as well.
Can I ask you a little bit about the verification process? Like, we have a similar thing in Germany where people with disabilities can get free tickets, so they have to show their pass that they have a disability, so that's an easy thing to do. How do you verify that the people who you give free tickets to are actually like in need for free tickets?
Absolutely, great question. So we started out with, over the course of the pandemic, this new group of what I termed people doing good came out and was really at the forefront. And so we launched our first brand, which was for NHS workers, National Health Service workers in the UK. We verify them through their employee credentials. We attach them to their trust where they work, their hospital, and then we verify them through their domain, their email address. That's the first stage, so it's through your employment credentials. More recently, we've onboarded individual organisations as well as the NHS, so 250 charity partners individually. Once the organisation's onboarded and you've got the right credentials, it'll let you through automatically once you've verified your account. More recently, we've created an individual process for people on lower incomes. So we use a scanning tool that's available on AWS to scan IDs. Once the ID has been scanned, you move on to your proof of benefits letter. Once that's been scanned and it's all been complete, the file's deleted and it lets you through. This has all been launched at the end of this month, and it's going to be called the Affordable Tickets Programme. So, special piece of pre-launch insight for you there. And that's specifically for people on lower incomes. So predominantly we're focused on employee credentials, and then we're going into individuals as well.
How do you handle all the privacy policy, GDPR, all the things that you need to do these days with this really sensitive data that you are collecting from people?
Great question. So individually, we work just on people's employer credentials. So it's individual names, email addresses, where they're employed. Obviously, it's data that we store securely. When we've come into the individual pieces, what we do is actually once the scanning of the IDs and proof of benefits is done, it automatically deletes. So that covers that. Yeah.
So you guys are going to be rolling out in other markets. What's your, like, you've got to get people on board to actually be available to either purchase or redeem those tickets. So what's your plan to sort of get the word out?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, classic marketplace challenge, so liquidity of supply and demand. Usually we start with what we call get the tickets in, so partner with events, rights holders, music promoters, sports teams, sponsors, venues, performers. They give us access to the tickets, usually in the distressed format, but it can be donated, discounted, or distressed. Once we've got the tickets, then we'll, usually at the same time, we'll be approaching local individual organisations as channel partners. So in the NHS, we went top down, quite slow, so we also went bottom up at the same time. So a B2B marketing strategy as well as a top-down organisational strategy for channel partners as well. Once we've got that, we want to get those tickets out, and then we need to make sure people can get in. That's where we partner with retailers like Ticketmaster or Access or any retailer. They're our channel partners, and we use them. We work with them on the fulfillment process.
Do you give them a cut as well of the fee?
We keep all of the booking fee, 100%. If people want a cut, sometimes there's a handling fee on Ticketmaster or Access. Sometimes promoters want us to add a levy, so we add that on, but we always keep our booking fee.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
And last but not least, Made of Sound with Apolline from France.
So hi, it's actually made of sound. So not a big mistake.
Oh, it's made of sound.
So we know. Okay. Woo. So hi, I'm Apolline and I'm the CEO of Made of Sound, which is a global solution to increase the fan engagement in the music industry. As some of you may know, the music industry loses almost 3 billion per year because of the poor fan engagement. So artists and fans are looking for ways to engage with their audience and maximize their revenues. On Made of Sound, all the artists can create a 2.5 support store for free, where they can have a professional profile, sell digital packs, and list their merchandise. They can verify the store through the Polygon blockchain, as it's one of the most eco-friendly solutions available to ensure the authenticity and security of their stores. On Made of Sound, what is interesting is as a fan, I can increase the visibility of my favorite artist in one click. I can purchase some products, but I can also follow them, follow their page, share their music on my socials, or even watch their video clip. Every time I do an action, I will win some loyalty points, and I will retrieve them in the fan pass of the artist. We are also focusing on the digital packs, enabling some exclusive content, some studio sessions, bonus tracks, or even experiences with the artists. So that's really interesting for the fans and the artists because you can sell products more frequently, you can have a wide capture value, and the fans can find some different content for the music. So also we thought about the live experience, and all the artists are able to generate a QR code. So if, when the fans are buying some merchandise at venue, they can give them the QR code, and so they can retrieve their loyalty points on Made of Sound, increasing our user base significantly. We also have enabled the pre-sales for sure. Well, when you think of digital packs, what is really interesting is the frequency, as I've said, but it's also the capacity of artists releasing those products. You avoid some manufacturing, you avoid logistics, and you get a higher commission. So if you think of albums, for example, or vinyls or t-shirts, you have a profit margin up to 50%. But when you enable digital packs, you can have a profit margin up to 90% and give your fans some exclusives. Also, we're focusing on the top fans because they represent 2/3 of the global music spending. So they're the ones sustaining an artist's career or even the whole music industry. And loyalty programs, if you know, there were studies that they can increase your brand market share by 20%, which is definitely very important. We need to engage more with the fans and to give them more incentives to purchase music and to get some behind the scenes. So we already started to onboard artists, and what is kind of rare, already we have artists with more 20 years of experience in their domains, And to truly scale our impact, we're looking for 600K in fundings to implement a full white label ticketing solution, but also to grow our team. Well, later on, we want to also implement AI analytics so we can help the artists creating better campaigns and knowing what works with other artists. So we have a team of experts. Our CFO is specialized in blockchain and gamification, so he knows everything about tokenomics. And our CMO was the ex-head of Universal Music for the D2C part and the merchandising. And she did successful operation with Madonna or Woodkid, for example. We are also backed by a top law firm, which is specialized in innovation and international law. Well, we're starting with our launching in the end of September with our first artist. And we will implement the white label ticketing solution at the start of next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Apolline. Guys, do we have questions? Yes.
Do you have any sales or users right now?
We just started onboarding users, so 2 weeks ago, to be honest. We have an 85% conversion rate, so it's definitely interesting. And we are launching first the gamification and the product with the sales at the end of September.
So no sales right now?
No sales right now.
Not any t-shirt, nothing at all?
Not any t-shirt, and that will not be the first part.
Okay.
The question? No? Okay, thank you. Apolline, thank you very much.